Hello everyone! I've decided to play Terraria with a small twist, meaning I can only build underground. So let's create our vault. But before that, I actually don't have a lot of experience with this game. It's been brewing on my wishlist for a few years before I decided to try it out. So, as you might have already guessed, I don't know all the ins and outs. I've also decided to stay clear of the wiki to have a more challenging experience. With one exception, when I was playing for the first few hours, I had to eventually check how to make stairs. Because I couldn't figure it out, for the hell of me. Which is kind of embarrassing looking at it now. Anyway, let's just get into it. I've started by creating a new character and had way too much fun adjusting the voice. I've decided to name him Claude. Because why not? I started by chopping some trees to get wood. After that, I started mining my way down to start my life as a vault dweller. I crafted a workbench and placed my first door. Ah, so cozy. I've placed a torch in my tiny underground base, slew some slimes, that sounds funny, and got back to chopping more trees. I've planted a few saplings so I have more wood close by in the future. I resumed mining my way down, crafted a hammer, and began building probably my least favorite thing to build, stairs. After finishing the stairs, I crafted and placed another door and started to work on the first room. During my night shift mining, a zombie started banging on the main door, which, by the way, sounds like a compressed kick drum, don't you think? I've made a second set of stairs and crafted a table and a chair, which I placed in my first room. For quite some time I couldn't figure out why Maxwell doesn't want to live in my cozy underground B&B. I finally discovered the housing query option, which shows if a room is acceptable and what it lacks. That's when I found out that you have to replace the natural walls. So I crafted a bunch of wood walls and got to work. For some reason I had to start placing the walls on the surface and make my way down. Finally, my first small success, my friend Maxwell decided to move in. I've built a second room, a third set of stairs, and started working on the third room. In the meantime, I got brave, equipped my sword, and rushed to attack the horde of zombies behind the main door. Which was not the smartest idea because I almost died. I ate a mushroom to regain some health and decided to fight them once again. This time with better results, with only minor injuries, I bested the enemy. I slew a few more zombies and got back to mining. When the sun started to rise and the zombies ran away, I went to the surface to get more wood. I also removed some rocks to plant a few more trees. I placed stone blocks on the ceiling to stop the vines from growing and obscuring the light. I've crafted a furnace which allowed me to make myself an armor. I also replaced my copper sword with a wooden sword because apparently it's better. I crafted and consumed a mana crystal and got rid of slimes behind the main door. I've decided to do some exploring. How the hell did you end up down here, Maxwell? Anyway, he reminded me that I need to have 50 silver to get the merchant to move in. I guess I'm a little short. Time to start pillaging. I've decided to improve my crafting space. I've created an anvil and placed it in the tunnel. I tested a dirt bomb and found out that instead of blowing things up, it creates a pile of dirt. I've moved the crafting table and furnace to my new tunnel. I dug my way to the place where Maxwell was stuck, but the genius went deeper. A bit disappointed, I placed a door and built a set of stairs, hoping that Maxwell will use them to come back. I also got rid of a few zombies which somehow got inside my vault. I found Maxwell and tried to show him the way back, but he seemed to be stuck somehow. The next morning, Wilbur the merchant arrived at my humble abode. While checking what he has for sale, I discovered that during my underground looting, I acquired the Wand of Sparkling, which got me excited because it seemed really useful. I built a third room, left the chest in my tunnel, and tested the wand on slime. I also noticed that the demolitionist had arrived. I've built a few additional sets of stairs and decided to finally rescue Maxwell. My rescue mission was a success and Maxwell was finally free. Huzzah! I've collected the fallen stars and placed some torches on the surface. I started working on the fourth room. When it was ready, I created and consumed more mana crystals so I have more uses out of my wand. I decided to explore the left side of the map and quickly stumbled upon a desert and a scorpion welcoming party. I defeated a vulture and went back home.